You are Beyonce.
Thank
and
you.
and
Hello, my loves. I just came back from Beyonce's Renaissance tour. If my voice sounds a little hoarse, that's probably why. This was an absolutely show-stopping, incredible show. The fact that Beyonce can still perform at such a high level is mind-boggling to me. It is just insane. She is truly the greatest performer of our time, and I say that with my full chest. No one else does it like Beyonce does it. This tour was just absolutely show-stopping. From the sets and the songs and her vocals, everything was just so incredible. So I got seats that were sort of to the side of the stage, so I didn't necessarily see full on everything. I couldn't see what was happening with the screen that was being projected onto the stage, so whatever was happening there, I had no idea. I decided to go for the side tickets because they were cheaper, which honestly I do recommend because you could get closer to the stage with side tickets. You sacrifice having to see the whole stage, but I feel like it's worth it. I only wanted to see Beyonce, so whatever. But honestly, the whole show was just so kinetic. It was just very energetic. I feel like it was relentless. It just did not let up. She knows how to keep the energy going. And what was crazy was she really incorporated a lot of songs I was not expecting. I did spoil the set list before, so I'm guilty of that. I always look up the set list because I just want to be ready. And she was just doing songs that I was not anticipating. Like, she did Dangerously in Love first, which I thought was honestly awesome because that was her first album, and the fact that it was the first song on this tour was kind of sweet. I thought that was kind of sentimental. But then she went into Flaws and All, which I was really not expecting. Like, this was my first Beyonce tour, so I don't know if she does Flaws and All on any other tours, but that was just very unexpected, but it worked. I think that the beginning of this tour worked as a gentle easing in. If anything, she acted as her own opening act because she did sort of the chiller, more mellow songs at first, like Dangerously in Love and Flaws and All. And then she did 1+1, which, I mean, I sort of expected that being on the set list, but it still worked as an opening song before she got into the Renaissance, more dancey, upbeat stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I was crying for the first 10 minutes. I feel so bad for whoever was next to me. Like, literally, I was like pouting for like the first full 10 minutes because she was playing like the really like kind of older cuts that I wasn't expecting, or were just really some of the slower, sweeter songs. And I was just not having it. Like, I was bawling a little bit. But then once she got into Renaissance, I feel like the entire tour revolved around that album, and yet she was still able to incorporate some of her bigger hits. This wasn't a hits tour for Beyonce. This was the Renaissance tour, obviously. So she did most of the album. I think she just didn't do Thick, and I'm trying to think, did she not do any other songs from Renaissance? I can't remember. I know she didn't do Thick, which, I mean, I was a little disappointed about, but whatever, it's fine. She did literally all of Renaissance, aside from 1 or 2 songs, which is very impressive. Not that she did every single song all the way through, but the fact that they were all touched upon, I thought was really cool. But she was also able to incorporate some of her other big hits, like there were interpolations of Sweet Dreams and Single Ladies without her necessarily doing those whole songs. And I thought that that was great because with Beyonce, she has so many hits, and it's like, how do you possibly fit all of that into a show in addition to doing Renaissance? And she was able to do it. It was incredible. And it kind of felt like fan service. Like, when she did Diva for like a minute, I freaked out. Diva is like one of my favorite Beyonce songs. So when that came on, I just like lost it. And it's nice because she threw in like that bone for the longer time fans, and also did all of Renaissance pretty much all the way through. It was crazy. What I loved especially about this tour also was that it felt like Renaissance brought to life. Like, I literally felt like I was experiencing the album, if that makes sense. just with the set pieces and the costuming and the stage design, everything, it just screamed disco, sparkly, gay, like everything. It was just so joyous. And I loved that about this tour. Like, it really brought me to life. Like, seriously, it was just so, like I said, kinetic. It was just a very kinetic tour. I felt her presence, the energy of the album, and I just really feel like she brought Renaissance to life. She had like a giant disco ball and the giant horse, and she came out on that horse that was on the album cover. Is that horse called Renee? Do people call that horse Renee or something? That is very adorable. But gay icon Renaissance. It was just so good. I genuinely loved every single minute of this tour. I feel so bad for the people that were next to me. They had to experience me at a concert. Me at any concert is just not good. But yeah, this was incredible. If you're considering going to the Renaissance tour, I absolutely recommend. Obviously, it's Beyonce. When has she ever not put on a good show? You are definitely going to get your money's worth.